Alright, let's start with the elephant in the room. Why would Marcus Rashford choose to come back to Manchester United right now? Think about it. This is a guy who's been treated like transfer bait for months, loaned out to Barcelona, ghosted by his own manager, Ruben Amorim, and then left to rot on the sidelines while teammates moved on. So when Michael Carrick says Rashford's rejoining the squad for Dublin training camp, my first reaction is, why? What's the endgame here? Is this a Hail Mary pass from United to salvage a PR nightmare? Or is Rashford banking on some kind of emotional redemption arc? Personally, I think this isn't about football, it's about money, legacy, and the messy reality of modern player power. Let me break it down. First off, the financial angle here is wild. Rashford's reportedly still pulling in £325,000 a week, and if United qualify for the Champions League, he pockets an extra £4 million. That's not just a bonus, it's a trap. Because now, Rashford has a direct incentive to play for a team that might prioritize short-term stability over long-term growth. In my opinion, this clause exposes a bigger problem in football: clubs dangling financial carrots to keep unhappy stars tied down. It's not loyalty, it's blackmail. And United's doing it here because they know Rashford's market value has dropped. Barcelona walked away, remember? They weren't even willing to pay £26 million. So what does that say about his current worth? To United, he's not a star, they're treating him like a gamble with a safety net. But here's what fascinates me: why would Carrick and the coaching staff want him back? Rashford hasn't played a competitive match since December 2024. He's been sidelined, loaned out, and mentally checked out. Yet Carrick's acting like this is a normal reunion. One thing that immediately stands out is the lack of urgency in United's rebuild. They're bringing back a player who symbolizes the old guard while supposedly trying to reset the team. That's contradictory. Maybe they're desperate for bodies? Or maybe this is a psychological move, using Rashford's name to sell tickets for that Leeds friendly in Dublin. From my perspective, this isn't about football quality, it's about optics. And that's a worrying sign for fans hoping for a fresh start. Now let's talk about the bigger picture. Rashford's situation isn't unique, it's the latest symptom of how clubs weaponize loans and contract clauses to control careers. That £40 million release clause that expired. That wasn't for Rashford's benefit, it was United's way of saying, you're not going anywhere except to our rivals. But here's the twist: by letting it expire, they've basically trapped him in a purgatory where leaving would mean taking a pay cut or joining a lesser club. What many people don't realize is that Rashford's caught in a system where players are assets first and athletes second. And United's not even giving him a clear path forward, they're just keeping the door cracked. So what's next? The narrative's already writing itself. The prodigal son returns, fights for his spot, and either reignites his career or fades away. But if you take a step back and think about it, this isn't a story about redemption, it's a case study in how power dynamics in football crush individual agency. Rashford's not making a comeback, he's being forced into a corner. And United's not rebuilding, they're rearranging deck chairs on a sinking ship. The real question isn't whether he'll play against Leeds. It's whether this entire saga will finally force both Rashford and United to confront the fact that they've been stuck in a toxic loop for years. What's your take? Is this the start of a comeback, or just another chapter in the Marcus Rashford limbo saga? Let me know in the comments.